Recently, I had the pleasure to reminisce with our valedictorian, Kneis, and our salutatorian, Macie Grippin. While they shared stories and candidly spoke about one another. What can I share about these two? They dated for a short time in the 8th grade, only to figure out they were too similar in nature. Imagine that. Their friendship continued on through high school, but amazingly, it never involved the discussion of grades. Parker said asking Macie about grades would have been futile anyway. If anyone inquired with Macie about how she did on a test, she always responded, "Don't worry about it." Due to this, competitiveness was never a factor, and they were able to develop a lasting friendship. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Macie Grippin, our salutatorian for the Northwest High School class of 2014. She is the president of FCCLA, the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. To those of us slightly older, back in the day you might have called this organization Future Homemakers of America. Recently visiting with Macie, she tells me I can bake and cook and I can make a mean meatloaf. Macie is headed to Oklahoma State University this fall to study business. However, beware. She made me aware she will be on the sharp lookout for her future spouse. Being a housewife and a mom are definite goals. Truly, Macie is determined, optimistic, upbeat, focused, and fun. Please join me in welcoming our salutatorian in the Northwest High School class of 2014, the one who makes a mean meatloaf, Miss Macie Grippin.
Smile. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Look around you. This is the last day that all of us will be together. Sure, we'll have reunions and keep up through social media, but this is the very last day that we will sit together as the class of 2014. We've experienced so much together, from baby powder football games, to prom, to today, our graduation day. Northwest class of 2014 displays honor, strength, intelligence, diligence, humor, but above all, we display friendship. Our friends are a main part of what has carried us through to today. We have laughed with them, cried with them, and even though the guys were tonight, we sat up late at night watching romantic comedies and eating ice cream with them. These friendships that we have made because of Northwest have resulted in many memories that we will hold dear for the remainder of our lives. I know that I will never forget my days at Hazel Elementary, like starting kindergarten with Miss Henry's class with my best friend Savannah Cooper, or in first grade when nobody could beat Matthew Lowry at any game that was math related. Or our 4th grade field trip when Drew White fell into the Riverwalk. In middle school, we made even more memories, like trying to learn Spanish and sometimes inadvertently being taught Portuguese by Mr. Santos, and getting to know one of the best and most personal middle school teachers, Mr. Oster. Move on to freshman year. This is whenever many of us met some of the people that would turn into our best friends. For me, that was Elizabeth Moss, Latiana Waters, and Brianna Barnhill. We experienced the unexpected inside of the walls of Northwest High School, like Devin Fortenberry throwing his flip-flop at Colin Mooneyham at Miss Harper's class freshman year, and Jared carrying around his old school boombox during the passing periods, and Mr. Harris telling us to read the dang book, then buying us all a job at the end of the year. And then, of course, Brent Hopper learning the hard way that Big Brother is always watching. However great these memories are, and however wonderful these past 13 years have been, the truth of the matter is that we will leave high school and continue to meet new people and make new memories with them. But, big spandex wearing but, I challenge you to all keep in touch and continue to make memories with this class of 2014. In 10 years, I want to be able to come back and reminisce not about only the things that we experienced together, but also not only reminisce about the things we experienced apart, but also together. will most likely be a CEO of some company wearing his designer suit. Parker Kneis will be broke because he just finished medical school at Johns Hopkins. And Desiree Fryer will most likely come back with the gold medal from the Olympics. I sincerely congratulate each and every one of you on getting here today after 13 long years of schooling and wish you all the best of luck in your future pathways and whatever they may hold. I would like to give a special thanks to my parents for teaching me right from wrong and being the most stable support system a girl could ask for. I'd like to thank my siblings for challenging me and giving me a better run and outlook on life. Thank you to my grandma for allowing me to escape every week at the good old Ropes and Ranch. I would truly miss not being able to come over and spend the night every week. I would also like to thank my friends for supplying countless laughs and smiles, and the teachers of Northwest for giving us the tools we will need to be successful in whatever we choose to do. We have been truly blessed here at Northwest with the best teachers, principal, and staff. But now it is time to move on and live the rest of our lives. Do not let anyone think less of you because you are young, but be an example to those you meet in what you say, in the way you live, in your love, and in your faith. Thank you.
I'm very proud to have the opportunity to present to you the valedictorian of Northwest High School class of 2014, Mr. Parker Kneis. I discovered Parker is known to many as Perfect Parker. Why Perfect Parker? Macie says he is known for all of his hours of football practice, his grades, church on Sundays, and how he manages to keep up with everything. Perfect is not the only P word used to describe him. He is also known as positive and personable. Parker will be attending the University of Oklahoma this fall to study biology with a pre-med emphasis. His goal is to eventually study orthopedics. Please join me in welcoming our valedictorian of the Northwest High School class of 2014, the perfect, positive, and personable Parker Kneis.
Hey guys. A new chapter of our lives is about to begin. It will be an exciting chapter though. Not one of those chapters that makes your eyes glaze over or drools spill out of your mouth. It will be filled with action, romance, tragedy, comedy, and just about everything else. It will be titled College, or Military, or Workforce. Pretty much whatever you want it to be. You'll no longer be bound by law to receive an education in a public or private institution. Where will you go? What will you do? Although some of you may not see this transition as being overwhelming, some of you do. So, in hopes to ease your restless minds, I prepared a small to-do list for your future endeavors. Item number 1. Now is the time to learn to do laundry. Your clothes, despite what you may believe, will not wash themselves as they lay piled on your dorm room floor. In addition to that, your new roommate, whom will most likely be a complete stranger to you, will not be too fond of your sweaty socks. Item number 2. Now is the time to learn to cook food. Unfortunately, this crazy thing called biology tells us that our bodies require energy to survive. Food won't be handed to you any longer, so it's time to adapt or die. Just kidding. You won't die. You'll just pass out before someone feels obligated to feed you. Item number 3. Now is the time to learn to do everything else your mom, dad, or guardian has done for you for your entire life. We're about to be on our own. Don't be scared, we're ready to do this. I mean, look at how far we've come. The alphabet used to freak us out, and long division used to make us cry. Or maybe that was just me. But now, we can understand Shakespeare most of the time, and attempt to use calculus in order to find that exact moment where an accelerating balloon and fish are exactly 50 meters from one another. Yeah, that beyond qualifies us to become some of the next generation CEOs. On a more serious note, I'm extremely proud to say that I've graduated from Northwest class of 2014. We have created countless memories and helped set the guidelines for future classes. As I look out into this group, sea of my peers, I cannot help but notice everyone's unique strengths and individualities that have been such a large factor in bringing us together as the class of 2K14. Hashtag swag. Hashtag swag yellow. Hashtag swag yellow 2K14. Thought you guys liked that. Each one of you is special in your own distinct way, whether that be due to your immense knowledge of computer programming or burning passion for an athletic activity. Each of you has something to live for. There may be some of you out there that haven't found that special something yet. Don't grow weary, but when you do find it, you'll know. Graduates of the class of 2014, this is only the beginning. It's time to take advantage of the opportunities laid out before you. Do not let yourself become complacent with what you've already earned or achieved, but instead strive to do more. A wise man once said to me, I will stomp on average. I will grab it by the horns, rip off its head, and place it on a pike outside my window. This extremely gruesome, yet inspirational metaphor was composed by one of our delightful graduates here today. This wise man is Caleb Blaster, and is sitting amongst the rest of you. Yeah, watch out for him. Seriously though, life will present us all with a ton of issues. It's how each and every one of us respond to those issues that will help define us as individuals. Going the extra mile and attempting to stand above the crowd will always be beneficial in our lives. Unless, of course, you become a workaholic and abstain from all human interaction, forcing you to devote your life's entirety to social progress and economic proliferation. Don't do that. Life is too short to stress about the worldly objects around us. Live your life every day as if it were your last, devoting every ounce of effort into creating an equal balance between your future family and job. Throughout my experience at Northwest High School, I've been given the opportunity to view high school life from several different perspectives. I've been able to contribute to back-to-back 5A football playoff runs and witness the bond of the Texan Nation firsthand. I've suffocated in the baby powder clouds and lost my voice at basketball games. I've seen the revitalized morale sweep through the halls of our school. My only wish for future classes is to keep building on what has been established and intensify the meaning behind being a Northwest Texan. I'm going to close today with a few words of gratitude towards those who helped me reach where I am today. Thank you, Maddie, my sister. You taught me how to overcome extreme adversity. There was nothing quite like attempting to read half of Pride and Prejudice in one night while listening to your wide range of distasteful music. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You've honestly been the greatest parents I could have asked for. Through your endless love, compassion, and guidance, I've been shaped into the man before you today. You did it. You prepared me to take on the world. Also, thank you to all of my extended family members that have offered me your utmost support through attending my games and welcoming me with open arms every time we get together. Thank you to all my coaches, for you serve as my second parents. Although you coaches don't believe it, I'm graduating as a valedictorian today. One of my most favorable interactions with my coaches has to have been when the head football coach, which was Coach Bill Patterson at the time, declared that he wanted an investigation held on the integrity of my class rank. Coach B, if you're here today, it's time to end the investigation, man. Lastly, I would be honored to publicly thank the faculty of the Northwest Independent School District. You've all played such a significant role in my life, and it pushed me to perform at my very best. Parents, rest assured that your children have been taught under the brightest and most personable people that this state has to offer. And graduates, I'd like to congratulate you on your accomplishments and wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
I think I'm going to have to switch up the order of our speech because I don't want to follow our Valid Sal at this point. Give one more round for our valedictorian and our speakers. Challenge. Class of 2014, you have accomplished so much and have a lot to be proud of. Everyone in this Coliseum is extremely proud of you. Chris. Think back on your years in education at the times of struggle, doubt, fear, and disappointment. What got you through those times? When I think about my times of struggle, a certain quote comes to mind by someone named Elbert Hubbard. Probably don't know who Elbert Hubbard is. I'll just leave it at he was a writer. I don't even know that he was a famous writer, but he was a writer. And one of the things he wrote was a little more persistence, a little more effort, and what seemed hopeless failure may turn to glorious success. Think about what that says. A little more persistence, a little more hard work, and what seems hopeless may turn to glorious success. That's what got you to this point. It was your persistence and your hard work, but you didn't do it alone. Parents and family members, I appreciate your persistence and hard work in helping us on this educational journey of our students. I'm sure there were times of joy and excitement, as well as times of fear, and well, let's face it, times of insanity. But you're here and you made it. Without a doubt, these students would not be sitting here today ready to graduate without your guidance, advice, persistence, and hard work. So to you parents and family members, I say job well done. Teachers and staff, I had the pleasure of seeing your persistence and hard work with these students on a daily basis. The effort and determination you put into educating these students deserves and demands respect. Respect that all too often goes unheard and unseen. Having witnessed and shared in the good days and bad, the happy days and sad, the proud moments and the moments of disappointment, I can tell you that you have the toughest job in the world. But you did it. Class of 2014 is graduating. They made it with your help, your love, with your persistence and hard work. So to you, teachers and staff, I say job well done. This is a tough one. Seniors, class of 2014, you made it. In a little over an hour, this ceremony will be over, and you will walk out of here with the most important diploma of your life. This diploma opens the door for any direction that you want to go. If you keep the same persistence and hard work that you have shown over the past 13 years in education, there is no doubt you will be successful. As far as the school year goes, I think we have to deal with quite a lot. More than any person, much less teenagers, should have to. Were it not for your leadership, unity, and strength, those tough times would have been near impossible. The level of maturity and understanding that you were able to model for the underclassmen is commendable, and I thank you. So here we are, graduation day. I know you've thought about this day for a very long time, but I don't want it to be bittersweet at all. The word commencement actually means beginning. This is the beginning of your adult lives in many ways. I know I can hear some gasp in the audience. But you're adults at this point. Things will not always be easy or fun for you, and that's just part of life. But that is where your persistence and hard work that your education, parents, and teachers have taught you will shine, and you will weather whatever storm comes your way. In life, you should always try to leave things better than how you found them. Thank you for leaving Northwest High School better than how you found it. Students, good luck and job well done. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Rue to join me at the podium so that I can formally present the class of 2014. Dr. Rue and the Northwest ISD Board of Trustees, I stand before you now to certify that these students, the Northwest High School class of 2014, have satisfied their course requirements according to the guidelines established by the state of Texas and the Northwest Independent School District. It is my distinct honor to commend these students to you for graduation.
The Board of Trustees of Northwest Independent School District and myself, I am pleased to accept certifications of these graduates of Northwest High School class of 2014. Congratulations.
I will now ask our trustees to step forward, and I will begin the recognition of the graduates, beginning with our